Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Alicia, and I'm truly grateful you've joined me today on Dr. Alicia's MedTalk to learn some simple but powerful information that can dramatically improve your health, especially as we move into our 40s, 50s, and beyond. Before we begin, if you're new to this channel, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our practical, science-based health advice. And if you're already part of our amazing community, thank you for your continued support. Please give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and let us know in the comments where you're watching from today. I always love connecting with viewers from all over the world. Now, today we're going to explore a surprisingly critical yet often overlooked aspect of healthy living: how to properly store your vegetables. While it may seem like a minor detail, how and where you store your vegetables can dramatically influence their nutritional value, taste, safety, and longevity. Many people don't realize that some vegetables lose their benefits when refrigerated, while others must be kept cold to preserve freshness and prevent bacterial growth. Making a few small changes in your kitchen habits can lead to big rewards: more nutrients on your plate, fewer digestive issues, less food waste, and more money saved on groceries. As we age, these benefits become especially important. Our bodies change in subtle ways. We may digest food more slowly, our immune systems may not be as robust, and nutrient absorption can decline. That's why getting the most from every bite matters. Vegetables are the foundation of a healthy, age-supportive diet, rich in fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins essential for heart health, brain function, and digestion. But when stored incorrectly, they can quickly lose their nutritional power or even become a source of illness. So let's dive into the vegetables you should never refrigerate and those that absolutely need to be kept cold. We'll begin with 4 vegetables that many people mistakenly put in the fridge, not realizing the hidden consequences. First up, potatoes. Potatoes are a comforting staple in many homes, especially for older adults who enjoy their soft texture and versatility. But storing potatoes in the refrigerator is a serious mistake. The cold temperature causes the starch in potatoes to convert into sugar, and when cooked, especially at high heat, this can lead to the formation of acrylamide, a compound associated with nerve damage and increased cancer risk. For people managing conditions like arthritis, diabetes, or kidney disease, this is especially concerning. On top of the health risks, refrigeration damages the texture and taste of potatoes, making them gritty and unpleasant. The right way to store them is in a cool, dark, well-ventilated place like a pantry or root cellar, ideally between 45 degrees Fahrenheit and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid sealing them in plastic or placing them next to onions, as both release gases that accelerate spoilage. Speaking of onions, they're the second vegetable that should never go in your fridge. Whole raw onions stored in cold, humid environments tend to grow mold, become slimy, and lose their beneficial nutrients, especially quercetin, an antioxidant known for supporting heart health. Onions also absorb moisture in the fridge, which can lead to faster spoilage and digestive discomfort, particularly for older adults. Instead, store onions in a dry, well-ventilated space like a basket in your pantry. Once cut, it's fine to refrigerate the remaining portion, but make sure it's tightly wrapped and used within a few days. Third on our list, tomatoes. Tomatoes are loaded with lycopene, vitamin C, and potassium, nutrients essential for heart and immune health, but refrigeration halts their ripening, damages their texture, and dulls their flavor. Worse, it reduces lycopene levels, weakening their anti-inflammatory and cholesterol-lowering benefits. Store whole tomatoes at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, in a fruit bowl or shaded area. If they become overripe, you can refrigerate them briefly to prevent spoilage, but ideally use them right away. And finally, garlic, the natural medicinal powerhouse that also suffers when refrigerated. Garlic's immune-boosting compound, allicin, is diminished by cold storage, which also causes sprouting, mold, and off flavors. The refrigerator's humidity breaks down garlic's protective skin, speeding up spoilage and reducing its antimicrobial benefits. Store garlic bulbs in a dry, well-ventilated basket or mesh bag in your pantry. Once peeled or chopped, garlic can be refrigerated for a short time, but use it within a day or 2 to preserve its flavor and health benefits. Now let's shift gears and look at the vegetables that absolutely must be refrigerated. First up, leafy greens like spinach, kale, romaine, and Swiss chard. These nutritional superstars are high in vitamins A, C, K, and folate, all crucial for aging cells, but they're also extremely perishable. Without cold storage, greens wilt quickly and become a breeding ground for dangerous bacteria like E. coli and Listeria. Refrigeration not only slows spoilage, but preserves their nutrient content, especially heat-sensitive vitamin C. To keep them fresh, store greens in their original breathable bags or loosely sealed containers in your fridge's vegetable drawer. Add a paper towel to absorb excess moisture, and don't wash them until just before use to prevent sogginess. Try to use greens within 3 to 5 days for peak nutrition. Next, carrots. These vision-supporting roots are rich in beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A and helps protect against eye problems like macular degeneration. But carrots left at room temperature quickly become soft, rubbery, or moldy. Cold storage preserves their crunch and locks in their vitamins. Keep whole carrots in the crisper drawer, and if they come with leafy tops, remove those before storing. Otherwise, the leaves draw moisture from the root. Peeled or sliced carrots can be stored in a sealed container with cold water, changing the water every few days to maintain crispness. Now onto cucumbers, hydrating, cooling vegetables that offer digestive support and are over 95% water. They spoil quickly at room temperature, especially in warm or humid conditions, turning mushy and unsafe to eat. Cucumbers should always be stored unwashed in the refrigerator. If sliced, place them in a sealed glass container with a paper towel to absorb moisture and use within 5 to 7 days for best results. Keep them away from ethylene-producing fruits like bananas or apples, which accelerate ripening and decay. Lastly, bell peppers, colorful, crunchy, and packed with immune-boosting vitamin C, anti-inflammatory flavonoids, and carotenoids. All varieties, red, yellow, orange, and green, should be kept cold. Room temperature storage speeds up moisture loss, wrinkles the skin, and breaks down nutrients. Store whole peppers in the crisper drawer, and once cut, seal them in an airtight container and use within 3 to 5 days. For even better preservation, keep the stem intact until ready to use. Now, here are a few bonus tips to help your produce last even longer. First, understand the ethylene factor. Some fruits and vegetables, like tomatoes, bananas, apples, and melons, produce ethylene gas that speeds up ripening in nearby produce. Keep these separate from ethylene-sensitive vegetables like cucumbers, leafy greens, and peppers to reduce premature spoilage. Second, use the paper towel trick. For many refrigerated vegetables, excess moisture leads to rot. A simple paper towel can absorb humidity in containers or bags, place it under berries, herbs, and greens, or layer it between sliced vegetables. Replace it every few days for maximum effect. Third, practice smart prep. Don't wash vegetables until just before use. Water introduces moisture that hastens decay. Also, remove rubber bands or twist ties that can bruise stems. Trim tops from root vegetables like carrots and beets to prevent dehydration. Lastly, let's not forget herbs. These delicate greens spoil quickly without proper storage. For hard herbs like rosemary, thyme, sage, and oregano, wrap them in a damp paper towel, place them in a loosely closed bag, and refrigerate. For soft herbs like basil, cilantro, parsley, and mint, trim the stems, place them in a glass of water like a bouquet, and loosely cover with a plastic bag. Store basil on the counter, but refrigerate the others. Change the water every couple of days. In summary, understanding vegetable storage is one of the most underrated ways to support healthy aging. When we properly store the produce we buy, we not only preserve nutrients and flavor, but we also prevent waste, avoid foodborne illness, and keep our bodies nourished with the powerful healing compounds found in everyday vegetables. So, let's quickly recap. Never refrigerate potatoes, onions, tomatoes, or garlic. Doing so alters their flavor, spoils their texture, and can even create harmful compounds. Store them in a cool, dry, dark place instead. Meanwhile, leafy greens, carrots, cucumbers, and bell peppers must be kept cold to retain their nutritional value, texture, and safety, store them properly in your refrigerator's crisper drawer. These habits might seem small, but they have a lasting impact on your health, energy, digestion, and well-being, especially as you age. I always say, healthy aging starts in the kitchen, and it starts with the choices we make every single day. If today's episode gave you a new perspective on food storage, I invite you to take a quick inventory of your fridge and pantry. Are your tomatoes chilling when they should be ripening? Are your leafy greens sitting out when they should be crisping in the fridge? Let's take these small steps together to support better health, one simple habit at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Alicia's MedTalk for more science-based, practical advice to help you eat smart, age with confidence, and feel your very best. I'd love to hear in the comments which of these tips surprised you the most or what changes you'll be making this week. Until next time, this is Dr. Alicia reminding you that little adjustments in how we treat our food can lead to big improvements in how we feel, because better health truly begins at home. Take care, everyone.